How I make my boring, dull conversations interesting. How do I make the other person leaving thinking I'm not just another boring human being, zombie walking across this planet with no brain? How do I make them think leaving, hey, that was actually a very positive, upbeat, friendly person I would like to hang around. I would like to introduce to my friends. I like that person. That it was a very amazing, confident, charismatic person. How do we make them leave thinking that? Well, this is where I came into play, and I did a whole bunch of things with my conversations that before were very boring, and after I did them became much more fun, much more pleasant, much more carefree in the conversation, and it definitely builds more deeper connections than just this, yes, crazy weather we're having. What are you doing? Good day? Yep, good day. How long you working till? Yep. And those conversations just die out. Both people leave like, oh my god, that is a fucking hassle. And it's like those type of things that make people not want to have conversations with you or other people. So let me go over the key things that will take your dull conversations into something interesting. Now, the first and most important thing that we do is understand that a conversation is more than just the words that you are saying. It transcends more than just the verbal. When I'm speaking to you right now, more or less, you can get the entire picture of me. You can see my mouth move, you can hear my voice, you can see my hand movements and my body movements. There are some key things that you are missing. First, that is my entire body. Second, that is you being in the presence of me, feeling the actual human-to-human energy, which is much, much more different than seeing it just through a screen. Holding eye contact, I mean, even if you do it through here, there's no reaction. The environment is so much different than you actually being in front of me, human-to-human. And so when we are in front of someone, human-to-human, there is a lot that we can do, much more than anything else. Even if I was just on a radio show and you could hear my voice, that would take away the visual. You can't see me, you can't see my body language, you can't see anything about me, but you can still hear my voice, and that will communicate a lot. And then even less than that would just be fucking hand signals, right? And that does very, very little, but when we're actually talking to someone, human to human, there's a whole bunch of things that we can improve on. First, that is our verbal. Second, that is going to be our body language. Third, our tonality. And then lastly, our eye contact. All these things are happening in a conversation. The words you say, how you are standing, how you are moving, how you say the words, and what your eyes are doing. The eyes are very important because the eyes are, the window to the soul, but more or less they communicate a lot of emotion. I can go through a dozen emotions just with my eyes. Very subtle in what I'm doing. However, all of those would communicate different things if I was saying something with those types of eyes. And so, yes, your verbal, the literal words that you say are a way to communicate, but they are like the lowest way of communication. They're just the words that are coming out of me. They're just the words that are saying. I could say the exact same words, but if I said it like this, and I was a lot quieter, and I was, motherfucker, you wouldn't stay around to listen. And so, the words, how you say them, just make up, like I would say, 90% of the communication. The verbal is like the 10%, and then 90 is split across here. 30%, 30%, 30%. The actual words you say are the least effective. Okay, how do we use the body language, the tonality, even the verbal, and the eye contact in a conversation that you are having tomorrow, today, to actually make it pleasant for you in the other person? Well, let me tell you after I take a sip of my water. Okay, let's start with body language. Whenever you are talking to someone, they are going to feel the emotions you feel. This is the transference of emotions. Humans do this. If I'm a sad, depressed kind of mood and I'm talking about how, life has been so hard, you're going to empathize and you're going to be like, and you're going to feel that sorrow too. If I'm saying, I lost my mother and oh my God, my life has just been, and I'm trying to be holding together, but it's very hard. You're going to empathize with that. If I just want something, a big fucking race, let's fucking go. I've been training every day for this motherfucker and I finally got it. And now you're going to feel fired up too. And it's not because of the words I'm saying, it's how I'm saying them. Yes, the words communicate just the underlining message, but how I'm saying it is all the energy behind it. All the energy. And I want you to really think about this. Humans have been alive for hundreds of thousands of years, millions if you're including our ancestors and back evolutions. Back then they could not speak. We were communicating without the voices, without the language that we use today. How do we communicate? With this. And our tonality without the words were just our grunts. You know how dogs and all animals make different noises? When they growl, sounds intimidating. When they squeal, it makes you want to, it's like, oh my God, it hurts. And so you understand the emotion, even if it's not words. You understand it through the sounds, the hype, the pitches, the patterns. And that is how you communicate. You communicate through your eye contact. Don't come over here, don't fight me. A lot of fighting, a lot of death back then. And so all our communication is, you're meant to keep us alive. If someone was walking around with bad body language, kind of shy and timid, you would know they would be easy pickings, right? If they were walking around like this, tall, strong, they were big, okay, that's going to be a lot much difficult to fight that guy. To get into any type of altercation, he's probably going to be a bit of trouble. And you tell that by the body language. So subtle, but our reptilian brains will just you can't even get out of it. Even if you're aware of it, I'm aware. Still, if it happens, I'm going to be like, oh, I see what's happening. But it's still going to affect me. It affects everyone. So when we are talking to someone, what we want to do is convey our happiness, our positivity in ourselves, and that will transfer onto them. That is how we get them to feel these happy, good lucky emotions. And now people may have an initial resistance. This is because when you're starting a conversation with someone new, you don't know who they are. You have no idea what they want from you. You genuinely have no idea who they are, what they want, what they're doing, if they're friendly, if they're foe, what their intentions are. And so they will usually have an initial resistance until, first of all, the conversation goes a certain amount of time. Over time, they will open up. And so if the conversation is going longer and you're talking about more and more things, they will begin to open up. Also, when you begin to open up, they will open up also. If you're ever with someone or you say something kind of like out there, a bit polarizing, a bit that could make you judged, that maybe is on the edge of socially acceptable, that is going to be putting you in a place of judgment, vulnerability. But with that is authenticity. Because if you're just being fake, trying to please everyone, you wouldn't say that. And so it shows, hey, this guy doesn't really want to please anyone. So you're not there to please. You're there to have fun. And this is a much better type of mood to induce into someone than that. Ugh, you're not even being real with me. Not even being a real human. Like, come on, be real, bro. Be authentic. So the more time they spend with you, they're going to open up more in this conversation. And the more that you open up, not about your personal life, oh my god, my dad has been beating the shit out of me since age 2. No, not like that. But the more you open up about your, surface level life. Oh, I'm doing this, I did that, I felt like this. Hey, you have a very interesting, style about you. Stuff like that is going to be much more, like, it's not normal conversation. How are you doing? Oh, yes, you do that for work? I see. How do you get around with that at work? Oh, yes. And if you're both very interested into that conversation, it can be a good conversation. But if you're not interested in that shit, you're just down here. So you want to talk about shit you find interesting. And one thing about me is I can find anything that the other person finds interesting. I'll find it interesting too. I was at the store one day and he was talking about, I just got into a conversation. You doing anything tonight? I'm probably going to watch the MMA game. And I talked to him for like 15 minutes about, all this MMA stuff, different fighting styles, how he fights, where he fights, how he does it. There's a whole bunch of questions about his interest because I was just interested in that, Okay, how the fuck, like, how do you fight? Like, have you ever fought somebody? Ever been got your ass beat? You ever beat someone's ass? How does that feel? Those type of questions, I get to, a deeper understanding. And while we're doing this, what we want to do is have open body language. And that means exposing the torso, not covering up like this. If I talk to you like this, it's still going to be the same exact words, same exact tonality, eye contact. But just because I'm doing this, with my body, it's going to come across a little bit disingenuous. Because why am I covering up my body? What am I hiding? Are you hiding something? Versus this, and I'm telling you, I have nothing to hide. Here I am. Here's how the fucking I come to you. I'm vulnerable. There's nothing that I'm trying to hide. You can hit me if you want. I'm perfectly here. And so the body language that you have should be opening up this middle part of your body, the torso, the neck area, these vital organ spots that when back in the day, people would try to hide. When you get nervous, you shrug your shoulders. Why? The neck. It's being protected. You tuck your head in. You tuck you're protecting all your vital fucking organs. And lastly, or I guess not lastly, but tonality, these last two, what you want to have is a warmth and a bit more energy. So this does not mean pleasing. You don't want to go here. It's you're having fun. Nothing should be to please or to be disingenuous. Oh my god, you love that? I love that. I love all the things that you... Oh my god, that's so awesome. That's so cool. That's so insane. No. But you can definitely be like, no way, are you kidding me? That's fucking insane, bro. That has more energy than, no way. That's actually insane. You can see it by the emotion on my face, by the projection of my voice. No way. You're kidding me, right? No way, man. That's crazy. Yo, we should go over here. Yo. We should go here. Much different, same message, same verbals, different tonality, different energy behind the voice. Listen, that dress is really amazing. Oh, thank you. Yo, that dress, fucking amazing. Right? If someone goes up to you and does that, that is fucking amazing. Bro, you can't help, and they're smiling while they say it, you cannot help but to feel a good emotion from that. Fucking Jesus, man. Holy, I was about to wear the same dress. Thank God I did not. And if you feel that good emotion while you're just saying that nonsense, it doesn't have to be real. I wasn't thinking about wearing the dress. But because I'm just saying funny shit and I'm saying it in a good way, that emotion is just transferred. Which is the best way to make someone feel like they had a fun time with you, is to have a fun time with them. And of course the eye contact. Eye contact is really good because it's hard, but it's very efficient. It's hard, but it's a bit efficient. So hard to hold eye contact and talk to someone. While you're talking to someone, and to hold a prolonged, healthy, relaxed eye contact while not being like super, is my eye contact good? Is my eye... Just look at them, be relaxed in their eyes, give a little smile with your eyes, you know, like this. Now if I were to actually smile like this, smile with those eyes, get those like crown lines. No way, you're fucking kidding me. I did not. I would never think that. So much more emotion than just going, yeah, I know, I would never think that. And those two, very subtle, but throughout the conversation, is just going to make the other person feel, and you feel, in a better, more uplifted mood. And this may seem like a lot here. You know, we did have these 4 things, and if you do work on those 4 exactly how I said, and it's not even about the verbal, it's not even about what you are actually saying, which there's a lot you can say. There's a lot you say, I'll get to that in a second. But if you know, this does seem a bit intimidating, you can get more help by joining the free Discord or going down and booking a call in the description below with me so you can talk about your own personal plan and where you'd like to go with that. Now, a lot of you are going to say, oh my God, but what do I say? What are the actual words? What are the actual questions that I say? Sure, I can put all this emotion into it. I can get the good body language. I can get the tonality. I can get the eye contact. But dude, what do I say? What do I say? Okay, I'll tell you what to say. Now, to the actual words that you are going to be saying, it's just going to be a mix of basically, if you watched any of my other videos, it's going to be the same as like you're talking to a girl. Get to know you while a little bit of bantering. But I'm going to put down, I would say, the 2 to 3 definite things that you guys should talk about. So what to actually talk about. That's a question mark. Holy, that's a bad question mark. I should get fucking executed for that question mark. Jesus Christ. What to actually talk about. Now, I always say that be less logical in the conversation. Less logical. And that just refers to the example that I said before. Oh my God, that dress is killing it. I was thinking about wearing the exact same dress. Dear God, I didn't. Like, that's not a very logical statement, but it's very fun. It's very silly, and it breaks people out of that normal, oh, how are you doing today? Right? That's what I mean by logical. How are you doing today? Oh, you do that for work? Well, when did you start? Oh, you started then? Ah, I see. What made you get into that field? Oh, what made you do... Jesus Christ, man. Like, holy fuck. So less logic, more emotion. Okay, but what do I actually say? I got you, bro. So instead of saying something like, okay, so what do you do for a living? What do you work? What do you do for your job? And then they give you a response. Instead of just hitting them with another logical, oh, so, I mean, yeah, accounting, amazing. So you've been working there for how long? Oh, yes. And you like that? Yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, well, my wife actually does accounting too. You know, she went at, MUC, got her degree, and, went to Manitoba. It's like, fucking Jesus Christ, shoot me already. Instead, accounting. So you must fucking hate papers. Dude, when you look at that, the Excel sheet must make you want to die on the weekends, eh? Very extreme, but it breaks the pattern, and it's something much more tangible that they would want to respond to. Oh, so do you like your job? Accounting must be boring, eh? Kind of okay, kind of a tease. But better is, the Excel sheet on weekends must make you want to kill yourself. The Excel sheet on weekends, and if you don't want to say that much, like, kill yourself. The Excel sheets on weekends, oh my God, you must be crying. You must be tearing up. And they can be like, yeah, basically, man, it's something like that. And that uplifts the mood a lot more than just asking another question or putting this fucking boring input. Oh, my wife has the same. It's making a comment. More emotion, making a comment. Making an emotional comment. That comment moves you emotionally. And it's a little bit witty too. The Excel sheet, accounting relates to, because they're looking at Excel sheets all day. On weekends must make you want to fucking cry, bawl your eyes out. And the way I'm saying it, I mean, you could deliver that line a bit drier, but if you want to have that positivity and that emotion, do it with a smile. Do it with good body language. So that is what you want to do, making comments. You want to also give compliments, but not too many compliments, because compliments can be, a bit too much. You have a lovely style. You have a lovely this. Make them genuine, of course. But too many compliments can be overbearing for someone. And so you can give, 1, 2, 3 compliments without getting anything in return. But if you keep doing it, it may come off as a bit too much. And so give compliments, but sometimes give some teases. A compliment and some teases. And that could be, whatever you're teasing them on, right? Okay. Let me cut this part out. The next is maybe common ground. You want to talk about things that both of you are interested, and you're going to get to figuring out what both of you are interested in by asking questions. So, what are you interested in is a question. Do you like to read? I was just doing this the other day. You ever done that before? Asking stuff like that will initiate common ground. Have you ever done that before? Hey, you should try it. They have this over there. So example, hey, I was playing pickleball the other day with my friends. It's amazing game. It's like tennis for, the disabled. No offense. Yeah, we were playing at this park near there. I have some paddles if you'd like. Get a friend, I'll drop them off for you. You guys can have some fun. Oh, you've never played that before? Yeah, understandable. Get what your interests are. You ever seen something? You ever seen this musical? You ever seen this movie? I like this movie. You ever done that? I've been to this place. You ever been there? I like doing this. You ever done that? And then also find things that you have disinterests in. So not only interests, but disinterests. Pineapple on pizza? Ugh. Hey, we're in the same boat here, right? Those pineapples should be just sent to the Vatican. Get them out of here, right? And not everything you say has to be a witty lines. They have to be sent. Pineapple on tongue twister there. People who have pineapples on their pizza. Oh my god! Like, it can just be like that. Just a reaction, showing that emotion. And then lastly is talking about maybe events in the world. So, hey, did you hear about that Trump shooting? Did you hear about that fucking whatever, that in the world? What do you think about that? You heard about that? Well, they're actually having this, and this is happening, and this is happening. It's crazy, man. What do you think about that? Getting their opinion. Things happening in your life. So again, that pickleball example is okay, but some other stuff, some stories that you went to. Me and my friends, we went to this ice cream place. Actually, I went to this ice cream place by myself, crazy nice view. Sun was setting down, but as soon as I going, this kid had a big chocolate ice cream. He took one lick, fell right onto the ground. I felt so sorry for him, man. I went to give him my ice cream, but it was mango. He said, nah, I'd rather eat mine off the ground. It's like, okay, kid, Jesus, man. Holy. Having some fun stories of things that you do, of your life. And then you can maybe invite them if they're fun things. I wouldn't invite them to ice cream. That's a bit personal. But, hey, we're having this pickleball game. We're having this soccer game. We're going to this place. We're going to this pool bar place. You want to come with my friends? You want to come? Get your friends, come. Stuff like that is how you build common connections. And you can actually invite them out to do stuff and make new friends. But you have to actually get to that point. Talk about some of the stuff. Talk about interests. Talk about stuff that you're doing in your life. Tell some stories. Then invite them to do something in your life. And that is really how you can make new friends. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to invite them. If you just do the other stuff, have the good, smiling positivity. Again, it's not a dishonest smile, but it's a good smile. You say something, it makes you, joyous, makes you laugh, let that take over. Let that expression be one with you. Be more open in your body language. Eye contact, hold it a bit longer. Speak a bit louder. Speak a bit more, speak a bit more funny. Have some words that you just, you say a bit funny. Maybe you go up on some pitches. Just make it not as mundane, routine, as if you talk to every other person, right? Because it can get very boring fast to speak to you if every time you're speaking to them it's just like, yep, how you doing? Yep, went to the game? Yep, watched the game? Yep. Boring. Right? And if you have common interests that you talk about with your friends, that's different. This is for more strangers, new people that you meet. So, I hope this, guys, did help you. This is what I use, definitely helped me, so hope it could help you guys. And with that, peace out. Bye. Love ya.